little summary. Torah Gimel, it's been a week, long week, crazy stuff going on. Zevi's been down south, and I don't know where I've been. Ari, I'm sure he'll tell us some stories in the meanwhile, but based on the fact that we're listening to a Koshemer, Menagin Kosh, Hagon, but as I Tovlo, we have the whole Nakuda is to try to tune in. As soon as we start learning, the messages are coming. Baruch Hashem. He's a holy chazan, and it's good for him. We're learning about this whole idea of this coal coming out from the birds. Now, I get this out of my ear because I'm listening to myself. The song
that they draw it from the same place that the Nevi'im get.
Yes, because we did this whole Gemara from Amar Rabba Bar Chana, Lidei Hazi Li Hazi Akrukta. Akrukta we said is Safadeh, it was the frogs. Remember we had in Parshas, what Parsha was it? Parshas Vayera, yeah. Dahavi Kikra Dagrunya, and it's coming out the voices of these Sfardea, these frogs, from the throat, and they're calling out. How big were these frogs? 60 houses. Then came along a snake and swallowed the frog. Yeah, it's like Hadgadja. Yeah, and then came a raven, Pushkanasa, and swallowed the snake.
Then it planted a tree.
And then it went and rose up and sat on a tree, and Tahazi come in Nafish Chayle Diliana. We have to say how wondrous it is that such a tree could hold this giant raven that ate this giant snake, that ate this giant frog that was the size of 60 houses. Yeah, it's a whole property development going on here. 60 houses. We've got Ian. Okay, so now. The question is, what are these Sfardeas?
It wouldn't be so surprising that there's a tree that big if we're talking about also frogs that are like
giant. Yeah, it's all Palladic. The point is, we're learning out from this the concept of Svardea. There's two. This Svardea is this concept of a frog there, like it has understanding, and this is the concept of Separim. Separim are these two birds that have there. The whole thing is getting to das, yeah? That's the whole thing. Getting back to the makor, the shorish. The shorish of your songs that you listen to have to come from kedusha, from holiness. And the reason why, because the heikel naguna, the heikel of music, the higher realm of songs, is very close to the realm of nevuah. And if it's coming from there, it's tahara. It has the power to mitaya, masoira, make pure Masora, and the idea that if it comes out from Russia, from a bad guy, yeah, and if they're from the Klippa, the birds that it's coming out from, these are bad birds, literally bad birds. The song's coming out from, then this causes, says the Zohar, that they build the Yotzim Medade Malchus. They start to build like this not good Malchus, and then we end up getting caught up in all kinds of traps, spiritually, physically, emotionally. It's a bad place to be. Like, a real dirgy Alice in Chains song can put you in a bad headspace to want to go now be a happy, Baal Simcha, Shalom Bayis kind of guy. You're dirging. It's like, a lot of drug paraphernalia going alongside. I mean, that's pretty modest now, Alice in Chains. Let's speed it up to Cardi B, Mach Shamam. I don't know why I said her name in this place. Would say someone like her, that someone so low, she pulls you into places nus, yeah, or the other one, what's her name, Nikki, that one, even worse. She pulls you into a place of it's all about booty and all this kind of low stuff, nothing to do with like the Vekas, connecting to your soulmate, holiness, bringing down children, building Beis Hamikdash, getting ready for Mashiach. It's nothing to do with that. It's all the wrong direction, yeah. So that's the kind of niggin that she's pulling down, yeah? Be careful when I say that word niggin, yeah? She's pulling down the word niggin. Sorry, pulling down the aspect.
My parrot says niggin.
Yeah. Really? She's pulled down the wrong kind of niggin.
My niggin?
Yeah? So it's interesting here that it's very important that the way we're going to fix this up, Tikkun hu shekol lishman nigina b'kol adam yodei shlemid laila Torah Shabbat Peh. The way you're going to fix this up by learning Torah at night. This is what we're just summarizing, Ari. Torah. This is all the way from the beginning. The way you're going to learn Torah is at night, is going to fix up Torah at night. Torah Shabbat Peh is going to fix up. How do we know Torah is connected to night? Torah Shabbat Peh, because Moshe Rabeinu, when he was in Har Sinai, when he was in the daytime, it was Torah Shabbat Ksav, and when it was in the nighttime, it was Torah Shabbat Peh. So Torah Shabbat Peh is Bechinas Laila, V'yamanoscha B'Lailas, and it has the power, that Torah of night, and it's also connected to the idea of Choshech, there Talmud Bavli, Choshech Kari Laila. By learning Shas, you fix up. And remember, we had the 6 pipes in the throat. There's 6 Masechtas sorry, not 6 Masechtas, 6 Sedarim in Shas, in Mishnayos and Shas. That's the 6 pipes in the throat. So it fixes up where the place where the Nigunim are coming from, where the coal's coming out from. Kumi Roni Balayla. So Dafka, but in the night, you call out at night, that's what's going to fix up all the not good Nigunim. So there's a power here that we're learning out by learning Shas at night, learning Gemara, Torah Shabbat Peh, learning like Torah like we're learning now, that fix it up. Also, it will help if, say, Ari was learning to be called rabbi. He was like, I'm going to learn so much now that everyone in Shirat David is going to call me a rabbi. Yeah. Suddenly Ari gets in his hell. Ari Ben Bob. I don't know, not you, a different Ari. He wants to be Ari the rabbi. Yeah. So this guy, he's learning all day, all night to be called rabbi. He wants to be the next rabbi of Shirat David next to Rabbi Katz. He wants to sit in the front next to Rabbi Katz. Yeah, maybe even take over Rabbi Katz. He's got real agenda, this dude.
I get to sit there and I'm not even a rabbi.
Baruch Hashem. So then this guy, how does he get his chesed? How do he get the tikkun so he doesn't fall into this nonsense? By learning Torah at night, it will magen alav. Shelo yazik la machshava. That this kind of negative intention will get fixed by learning Torah at night. Eventually, I'm sure the Torah will change you if you learn it enough, because Torah has that power. But also, it will protect you from the bad effects of such not good kavanas and also not such good nigunim. So, yeah, so your fixing of listening to Spotify on free playlists, not in the Jewish ones, is by learning Torah at night. It fixes up any negative effect that has on your neshama. That's a very important Torah from Rabbi Nachman. I mean, obviously, then there's important to be a clay, someone who uses nagina, to try use it menagin kosher, to be kosher menagin or connect to kosher menagin. Yeah, people who play holy kosher music. Okay, next YISRAEL Kisra Arizal. So then he takes us up to the concept of the Arizal. We did this for a minute. Siparim shebeklipahem mochin shemalchus de klipa. That the birds, they come out from the mochin, the mindset of kingship of klipa, of this shell, this externality.
The headquarters. And
we have to go back to Siparim Hayas Taharis, to the pure birds. We want to build a world of holiness. We don't want to have a world of not. We want our home to be a place of holiness. David HaMelech knew how to play Nagunim, says the Arizal. I'm quoting the whole Arizal because it's worth learning it. Because songs are the way that we build Malchus in this world, kingship. And David HaMelech was royal to Malchus. This is building the kingship. You got that? That's building the kingship. Netzach and Hod are the 2 feet that hold up a human being, the reglaim. They're also connected to the, once said in a at-risk yeshiva, I said Netzach and Hod are also connected, the 2 different aspects that bring out the seed of a man. So one of the boys says, oh, I always knew this yeshiva, it's called Netzach. There's a bunch of BALLS. Mm-hmm. He's like took it too far. I said, no, I'm talking about Al Pi Kabbalah. I'm not talking about your dirty mind. Yeah, but the idea, Netzach means to stand up forever. It's like eternity, and Hod means to humble yourself. So it's Bechina of Kabbalah. It's Kisra Arizal, holy Torah. So the idea is that Netzach and Hod are drawing out from Nevi'im the binyan of Malchus. Okay, Zeh Sha'ama, Rabba Baba Chana. Now we're going to start to explain it. This is, I think, where we should start and try finish this whole Torah Mitzvah today. Zeh Sha'ama Rabba Baba Chana, Lidi Chazi Li Hahi Ekukta. The Rashbam says Svadeh, Hani Sipodeh. We got a parish with the Rashbam, Svadeh. Rabba Baba Chana, Lidi D, you got it?
Not yet, but I'll find it.
Yeah, there's Shama Rabba. So this is the Gemara. He's explaining that this akukta is a sfadeh sipodeh. This is what Rabbi Yosef was talking about. Yoel Medi Melech. Hakavanasa Rizal Inyan Dam Svadea, Dahavi Ikre de Nagrunia, Loshen Yakra Bagoran. He's calling out in his throat. He brings a pasuk Yeshaya and Ches Hainush and Negina and Nimshechis Memenu. And the song comes out from it. Ikra da Grunia Kama Havishiti Bati Hane Ayde Masha Turkin Bechinas Kra Gorin Ayde Shitin Bate. 60 houses. Hainu Ayde Shitin Masechtes. Connected the 60 Masechtes of Shas. Which is in Mishnayos, and 36 Masechtas in Gemara. Perish Rashbam Talmid Kamala, Hanish Amid Talmud, someone who learns Talmud. Tanina Belia, and then came the snake, Perish Rash, Rabba Kamala, and Ayadeh Shalamid Shalolishma Yavala Osa Nachash. So that dude who wants to be Ari, the rabbi, he gets swallowed up by the snake. Not because he's not learning the Shema. That's what when it says the snake came along and swallowed up the frog, which was connected to these birds that have daya, they got swallowed up, even though they were learning Torah, 60 sexes of Shas, they know Torah Shabbat Peh, but they got swallowed up by the Nachash because they weren't learning the Shema. Zeh Perish Rashbam, Rabba Kamala, Hainu Ayideh Shalimid Bishvil, Shtikra Rebbe, because they were learning in order to be called a Rebbe. Asa Pukshanasa, Perish Rashbam Orev, Hainu Ayideh Shalimid Balayla. So by learning at night, comes the Orev. This Orev is the Loshen and Pushkanasa, which was this bird. Comes this Orev as a raven. Erev is also Orev. Erev is Lila. So there comes the night time, and you learn at night. But Loshen Arvis, says the Rabbi Nachman, and then you get saved from the snake that's trying to swallow you. So all you have to do when you want to become a rabbi is make sure you learn at night. That will protect you from the Nachash.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So, when it says that he was learning to be a rabbi or to be called rabbi,
yeah,
like
means lo lishma. It's for the sake of his.
No, I understand.
Not for Hashem.
But I wonder if, because like lately in my mind, I've been wondering is a lot of the world like missing the boat. Like there's so many ultra, like the most religious people who are the most committed.
Yeah.
It seems that a lot of them, they feel like you're supposed to just sit and learn nonstop. And like, I believe that you need like Torah and some Torah being learned during the day. But I also feel that you're not supposed to learn to be a rabbi. You're supposed to learn to teach people how to live.
Serve Hashem, 100%. Limod elamed lishmol aso yisakayim.
So is Rav Nachman saying that? Is he saying like he wants to just be called a rabbi, or is he just saying Stam? He's like learning to learn. Like it's not.
No,
like,
if
it's a negative place, then he's learning for the title. He wants that title.
Covered. And that's the problem with this chazan as well. This singer,
in this case,
this singer wants the girlies to look at him. That's what's going on here.
Right.
There's these kind of guys who are enjoying the honor. They like being influencers, more than they like sharing Hashem's glory.
Right.
And that's the problem, So comes the Rabbi Nachman weiter. So you get saved from the snake by learning Torah Lishma. I mean, not learning Torah Lishma, by learning at night. That is like fixes up the lack of Lishma. Salik Yasa Bilana, and then it goes up to this tree, Perish or Marsha, Shu Bechinis Avram, Shekosev Etzlav. And this you'll relate to very much. This you can tune into because you're this kind of dude. There's a few other people in the shul who excel at this. I mean, a lot of people in the community do actually. V'yita Esho. He went and planted a tree. What's that tree? What did Avina's tree? What was it? Chila Shtia Lina. Eating, drinking, and sleeping. That's your kind of tree. Yeah, you're feeding people's souls. No.
That's what I'm gonna
No. You're hosting people in your home to eat, drink, and sleep. You're doing hachnasas orchim. Yeah. Shehu bechinas chesed. This is kindness. So that kindness that you're doing brings down a chut chesed, this thread of kindness, and that's also by learning at night as well. Learning at night together with this is bringing chesed into the world, and that learning at night protects you from the nachash. So it has an aspect, this learning at night, that's shaykh to chesed. You're doing chesed to the world. You're drawing down chesed into the world. You're getting rid of the fire of the world, the negativity.
Is he talking about learning at night as well as during the day, or is he specifically speaking
He's saying
about
the power of learning Torah at night.
Because I wonder if it's saying.
Remember, in those days that was a mission. That means
Also,
you'd have the candles every night.
Learn at night, so during the day that you could like go out and do.
Yeah, I think so. That makes sense. Also, I like what you're saying, but that's the point that that's good. It's good what you said.
Always tells me right.
No, I like the vote. It's a good vote. Ta'ahazi, because really it is a sort of preparation. The best preparation for the day is the night. You want to have a good day, how you run the night. The night influences it. Your hashkamas boker, says Tzaddikim, how you wake up in the morning is connected to how you serve Hashem at night. It's brought down in Svarim. People always think hashkamas boker just how early you managed to get up. No, that's already after the fact. It's what you did at night. Prepare for that getting up early. That's what makes the difference. Yeah. Ta'ahazi kama nafish chayle dilana. He had a big wonder, this rabbi. How great is this kindness that comes from above? How is it possible that just by learning Torah at night that it saves you from this nachash, from all these nigunim that aren't kosher, from all this learning that's not for the sake of Hashem? Now this is going to be very like only Rabbi Nachman. I never saw a parish like this, and I learned another sefer called YITZCHAK. Excuse me. It's based on the Goldsmith Shemagid. Goldsmith Shemagid did not bring this when I learned, as far as I remember. Yeah, this is deep parish. Perik Aleph. Asa lecha rav. Make for yourself a rav. Kana lecha chove. V'habi danetz kol adam lechavschut. Yeah, make for yourself a rav, buy yourself a friend, and judge everyone favorably. Ki aydei shoshmeh negina. By listening to songs, canal, like we said, that aren't so kosher, you can, cause damage to yourself because it's drawing from a not pure place. But if you're listening to pure menagin, then it's going to be okay. Yeah. Then you're being a misakin, binyan malchus shelo. So by basically asa lecha rav, hainu takin bechinas malchus. So making yourself a rab, you're fixing up malchus. I mean, this is who would have thought that making yourself a rabbi has the character to fix yourself malchus. But this is what it's saying here. What does it mean kona? Kona means, we always think to buy a friend. Buy yourself a friend. Yeah, buy him a gift. He's saying here, kona is the throat again. Getting back to this concept where the coal comes out. This place where the coal comes out. Shekol yotz mimenu. Shechaba hasheni kruvim lios panim aponim. Kama ish v'levayos. Yeah, so this is a very beautiful concept. But the concept of the kruvim is ponim oponim, yeah, ponim oponim. These two faces, yeah, these two faces are facing each other in this deep like embrace of it's like a yichud. That's where the kohl's coming from, the Kodesh Kadoshim, from the Holy of Holies, where the base of English, where this holy place, and that's where the voice it's mechaber, it's joining together. It's coming. This shorish of the song is coming from these two birds. What are these two birds? These two holy birds are the wings of the Kodesh Kadoshim, those two kruvim. Yeah, who would have imagined? That's where you need to shorish in the Gudim from, such a holy place.
Remind me, when was it that they turned?
In the Tisha B'Av, when Amisol went doing what's in Hashem, but Tisha B'Av, they were facing each other because Hashem was like saying goodbye kind of thing for now. Showing his love for us.
Was good. That's the good.
That was good.
Facing each other.
That was the Pella. They were facing each other, but the Romans took it and made fun of it. Or the Babylonians. I'm not sure which one, but one of the goddesses made fun of us that they were embracing. So the point is that because they took it out into the public, but the point is it was something intimate and something beautiful. It was a shorish of all our kedusha, holiness was coming through this holy place.
In what direction did they turn when we weren't doing what we were supposed to be
doing? Away.
The opposite, complete, like 180.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what I remember learning. Yeah, but here it's saying that they were together. They're joining together, and this is a part based on the pasuk in Malachim. Then when we were doing the Ratzon of Hashem, then they were facing each other. Yeah. Like you just said, yeah, that's what he goes on to say, and that's based on I am Baba Bas's Sadi Tes, the Rashbam Sham. I've taken bechinas malchus shelo yochelam shal b'chol Mashiach tziv yochela hamitzah zeh lachayes lezeh nimsa olam chorev lezeh amhavidanis kol adam lechavschut. So now what happens? He says a very deep thing. What happens once you've fixed up this aspect of malchus, and you're able to rule over whatever you want, and you're able to bring death and bring life, to bring, you have such a power. It's the concept is once you rule over this concept, you're totally in touch with this truth. Then you won't get. It's a high concept. Its example would be Rabbi Elazar ben Shimon and Shimon ben Bar Yochai. They came out of the cave. They were on fire for Hashem. And the first 12 years, they learned such deep Kabbalah. They reached such high levels that when they came out, that everyone they came in touch with burned up, everything. Because they saw such physicality. It was so far from where they were. So Hashem sent them back in the cave. Said, you're going to destroy my world. Yeah. So they went back for another year. When they came back out, they understood after that extra year that when they saw a yid with the two hadassim, one saying Shomo v'zom v'zoch, he said Shomo v'zocho. So this is for Shomo, this is for Zoch. Once he saw a yid dedicating his Gashmias for Shabbos, for Kedusha, then he understood. Then Reb Shimon Bar Yochai and Rabbi Elazar ben Shimon understood now that we don't have to destroy the world. The world has a kiyum because it's being used for avodas Hashem. So it was, and what's the Nakuda Rabbi Nachman calls it? Havedanetz kol adam l'chavschut. Judge everyone favorably. That's how you don't destroy the world. Judge everyone favorably. That they are doing everything for the right reasons. Ultimately, Shesach Hadanetz kol adam l'chavschut. Ki ein HaKadosh Baruch Hu hafetz chor ben ha'olam. He doesn't want us to destroy the world. Ki lo Torah bra l'shevet yitzarah. Hashem created the world for us to populate, not to destroy it, because we get such a high level of ruchnius that we can give life and give death and create. He wants us to, when we grow in our ruchnius, to not get high and mighty, but to see the good in everybody. Done everyone l'chavschut. So now you understand this high level that he's talking about. Asa l'chara, binyan malchus, kona etzachove, the fixing up the coal, connecting yourself back to the Kodesh Kadoshim, back to the place of holiness, and then dunning everyone l'chavschut. That this is how the journey Rabbi Nachman is taking that Mishnah and turning it into a blueprint of avodas Hashem. So we shouldn't, God forbid, destroy people. Rather, we should build people, whatever levels we're going up in YITZCHAK. Obviously, this is very high concepts. I'm not holding a binyan malchus, and I don't know these.
It's
but
very
nevertheless,
practical to say that you build somebody up and don't burn them down.
Yeah, that's practical, and also by learning at night. Practical. Learn Torah at night is going to help fix up whatever this begun. Correct. Not learning Tanakh at night, but learning the Torah Shabbat Peh. Anyway, then he goes on to say, and this was like a saying that it was popular with people to say, Shechazanim, like pearls, it says Lashon pearls, like a famous saying of that time. Shechazanim heim shutim, puma, begalia pumia, pearl in the mouth, pearl from the mouth. Like a popular saying. Shechazanim heim shotim. The Chazanim are fools. Yeah? Ve'enim b'nei der. They're not people of das. Ki achshav malchus gedusha b'golos. The Chazanim are like chazans, singers. Yeah.
Why were they fools?
Because they're not b'nei der. He says they don't have das. They're not connected to this concept of das, of knowing Hashem and doing things for the right reasons. Yeah. Especially with songs.
What are these? You're talking about like.
He had a personal experience with a chazan.
Singers?
He had a personal experience with a chazan who was not singing for the sake of Hashem, was singing for the wrong reasons, and he called him out, and they became enemies of Rabbi Nachman and all his chassidim for like doiris.
Continue after Mincha.
Yeah.
So it's pretty intense.
Thank you.
Ellie.
Yes. You have to bounce?
I'll dot him and then I'm going to go.
Okay, good. So we started this.
I met him at the...
Oh, Jonathan.
Oh, how do you know him?
He sang with Marcel.
You know he's a survivor.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Did you hear his story?
A little bit, yeah.
Promise, like miracle after miracle.
Is he going to come in one day or something?
I told you this or what? I have his phone number, so I'm trying to get it.
Tomorrow's going to also.
Cool. It's funny because when I saw him again, I met him. It's my second time meeting him there, and this time he said, like when I was like, oh, Ari from Efrat. He goes, another guy from Efrat.
Yeah, because he met Etzema.
The night before or something.
Yeah.
2 nights before.
It's funny though, because we were just learning Chazanim Shotim. We don't want him to be one of those guys. Foolish Chazan.
Right.
We want him to be a holy person.
Well, listen, he's here.
He went through what he went through.
You know, he's here for a reason. Clearly.
Exactly.
Like
Hashem saved his life.
he said,
He believes in Hashem, you know?
No problem.
He's mumming in Hashem, you know? He's like...
I'm so happy I was able to do it. Thanks for calling. Yeah, I can move that.
He usually
This is your
sits.
spot. This is your spot. No, no. Oh, I can sit right there. Thank you. That's where my scissors are.
Sorry.
How do you do that?
English people like to apologize.
Glad you thought about me, Mr. Rich.
Oh.
I'm glad you did too.
Was it easy enough?
So we're going to jump right back into the Moharan after Mincha, Baruch Hashem, and a little bit of a pause. Hashem, Shemayim, Tehillim and things for all the different Chayalim. Baruch Hashem. So we're talking about the importance of Tikkun Malchus, how we sing the Gunim, how we connect to the source of everything. The Shorish has to be good. That's always a big Nakuda by Rabbi Nachman, to take us back to the Shorish, the root level. We have to go into the root level. So now it goes on to say the famous saying that people like to say now, the Chazanim, they're fools. Ve'enim b'nei der. They don't have any das. Kish Akshav Malchus Kedusha b'Golas. Why? Because the Holy Malchus is in exile. Yeah, we're dealing with a lot of exile. And so therefore the Chazanim, the singers, they're fools. Why? They're not b'nei das because kingship is in exile. Okay, negina sheim nimshachis ma'aseh hanavim bechinas mochim v'das the malchus kedusha. Okay, therefore negina songs, they draw out from Nevi'im, from prophecy. This is the aspect of mochin v'das the malchus kedusha. And now v'achshav shemalchus b'golis, and the malchus is the kingship is in Golis. Okay, negina nifgemes, and therefore the song is pagam. It has a blemish. So because Malchus is in Golis and Das is not really, their mindset's not in the right place, so then the songs are nifgemes. Okay, na chazanim him below Das. So he's saying, therefore, the chazanim, the singers, yeah. You know, I don't judge people not good, but the singer dudes are, I don't know. This is Rabbi Nachman talking, not me. The singers are without das. Ki ein lehem koach hakshav lahamshich negina meshorasha b'gedusha. Because there's not the strength in them now to draw out these songs from this root that's from holiness. Shu bechinas mochim v'dasha malchus gedusha. To have the mindset and das of kingship of holiness. Meaning it's all about the shorish, the root level. Where are these songs coming from? They're coming from
The original intent.
Yeah.
Is it good side, bad side?
They're doing it for Hashem, they're doing it for the Vekas, or they're doing it because people are looking at them and they enjoy the honor. Or they enjoy the fame, the money. I don't know. Lots of things they can enjoy. That's not the Ratzon Hashem. Avola Asid, it's Hala Malchus. Good news is, says Rabbi Nachman, that in the future Hashem's going to elevate Malchus to Kedusha. V'yiyah Hashem HaMelech al kol haaretz. That it's going to be, in the future, that Hashem's going to be king over the whole world. We just said it in the Lane of the Shabbat. So when Hashem's going to be king over the whole world, everything's going to get elevated. And then it's going to go up and complete the songs in the aspect of das and holy kingship. And from there we're going to draw down songs, canal. Yeah, so we're going to see this. This is a pasuk we say Rosh Hashanah. What happens Rosh Hashanah? We're crowning Hashem, about bringing Malchus to this world, Malchus to Kedusha, bringing the kingship of Hashem to this world. So what's happening on Tehillim Mem Zayin says Ki Melech Kol Haaretz Elokim, that the king would be Melech on all the lands. Zamru Maskil, and it will be have a singer. It will sing with from intellect, from das. Seichel. Very good. Kazai Kashia Hashem Melech Kol Haaretz is Ale Malchus to Kedusha. Azai Zamru Maskil. Hainu Shachazanim Azamim Yu Bedas V'Seichel. They're going to have das and seichel, knowledge and wisdom.
Maskil really.
Seichel? No. Intellect.
Seichel. But maskil is a different word. He's doing a play on words.
Okay, I hear, you're right. It's good that you noticed.
So
I'm not that clever. he intellect.
Ellie, you don't have to be clever when you're so gosh darn good looking.
Oh, thank you. That sounds like a Jim Carrey line or something. As I Zama Maskil, Hainu Shechazanim Zmarim, Hainu Bedas V'Seichel. And he's able to elevate Malchus to Kedusha, and he receives in this these songs that are rooted in Kedusha.
Zamru Maskil is sing, O intelligent one.
Sing, O intelligent one.
So it's the same resource.
Intelligence, wisdom. Yeah, okay. There's all these different words. Chochma being a das. Yeah, Chochma is wisdom. Bina is knowledge or understanding. Correct. Thank you. Understanding, and das is knowledge. So Seichel would be intellect. This idea is alle Malchus to Kedusha, Kablu and Negina Mishoshu Kedusha, Shu Bechinas Das, Mochin, Shal Malchus to Kedusha canal. And this aspect of Das, of Mochin, this is Malchus Kedusha, like we said above. Shaykh Le'il, Zel. Ki Godu Ma'al Shemayim Chastech. Remember we were talking about before, Hashem's drawing down this Chesed, Chesed from above. So at the end of the story of the Gemara and the Rashbam, yeah, based with the Gemara Bava Basra, and the Rashbam, it comes out that there's this tremendous chesed that's coming from above. That was shaykh when the raven went up to the tree. How great is this tree that's able to hold this raven? It was a tamur, wonder. Yeah, Shemayim hu bechinas kol. Ki godom al Shemayim chasdech, Shemayim hu bechinas kol. Kama shekosim mishamayim mishmata kolecha. So Shemayim, heaven is the aspect of kol, and from heaven you will hear your voice. Ki oidei chesed. So we see this concept of kol, chesed, chesed, tikkun of negina through Torah b'layla. It's all connected, and these are pasukim that strengthen it. Because great is from above, Shemayim, your kindness that comes down. You're drawing down this kindness through clay negina that's kosher. Songs that are kosher, and by learning Torah at night, that's what mogens if they're not. Hashtei Supreme to Kedusha Shemisham Nevuah and Nimshachis, and from these two birds of Kedusha comes out Nevuah. Heim B'inyan Malchus of Kedusha, and he built this Malchus Kedusha, this holy kingship. Al Kena Amanta Melechu Al Pi Nevuah, because the Melech is going to be established according to the prophecy. Malchus based Dovid al Pia Nevuah. All of Malchus based Dovid came out because of Nevuah. Nevuah and Nimshachis min akruvim shehem b'china shtei separim hanau shehem behinin Malchus Kedusha canal. So coming out from these two birds, these kruvim, we said before they're the kruvim, the Kodesh Kedoshim, this concept that this Malchus Kedusha, this holiness, is coming by the fact that it's by Nevuah that David HaMelech became king. He didn't just become king because he was like all these Goyish kings,
worthy,
or he killed all his enemies, or he was a giant guy, or he had the right politics or whatever. No, I mean in the end, even the kings end up being in the heart of Hashem. Their hearts are in Hashem's hands. Excuse me. So Hashem even uses them for His purposes, even the Goyish kings. But the point here is that David HaMelech was established through Nevuah. the Novi had to anoint him in order for him to be king. So his shorish is in Kedusha, and is from these two birds like Netzach and Hod, drawing down the Nevi'im, drawing down this Kedusha, this holiness into the Negina. So his root is in Kedusha and holiness. Yeah. So when we're hearing from Dovid HaMelech and we're learning Psalms, Dovid HaMelech gives us the koach to bring down songs of Kedusha, because that's his shorish. His shorish is Nevuah, it's from prophecy. Ma'acha oila saviu, hana ma'acha menikos. That he's of halos hanaviu, he's bringing it from above. Hainu ma'acha menikos. After he's nursed, kihem yanika neviim v'chulu. He's nursing from the prophecy from the
source of the prophecy.
Yeah, canal, like we already said before. Zeh ma'acha alas. It's a pasuk we said before. Remember, we mentioned it when we first learned last week. That Yaakov brought all these lambs. Remember these ewes? We were trying to translate it. Those ewes. Yeah, he's bringing all these lambs. Who are the lambs? Now, I said over, this is a good word from the Rishner. I don't know if you've ever heard this. The Rishner once said that he had a scar on his right shoulder, I think, or something like that. One of his shoulders, he had a scar, and it looked like someone had hit him with a stick. He said, this scar is from when I was a sheep of Yaakov Avinu. I got this when I was a sheep from Yaakov Avinu. So it appears again in my later life. He remembered when he was a shepsel from Yaakov Avinu, the lambs of Yaakov Avinu. Yeah. So anyway, so the point is, Ma'acha Alas, the Yaakov's bringing these lambs. Hainu Dovid HaMelech alav shalom hayochel takin alas gam negina she'enu adam kosher. So the good news is that Dovid HaMelech is able, alav shalom, is able to fix up and elevate also the songs that are not from a kosher person. He learns that out, that Ma'acha Alas. After, even if they're not kosher, Alas, he elevates them. Yeah? Yeah, that's I think how he's touching it. Asa shel Kedusha. He's bringing it back to Kedusha. Zeh ma'acha alas haviyu. He's bringing it from after they to elevate them. He's bringing it. Gam kein negina shu ma'achai hakedusha bechinas ma'acha alas. So when there's a song that isn't kosher, yeah. Achrei Kedusha. Sorry, it doesn't say not kosher, but it's after Kedusha, whatever that means. Bechinis ma'acha alas, behind Kedusha. Macha menikas, it's nursing from the back, which is probably not such a good thing. Ki negina Kedusha hu ma'acha neviim yanikin. Because negina Kedusha comes from nursing from neviim, from prophecy. Negina she'ena b'Kedusha hi bechinis ma'acha alas, ma'achrei Kedusha. Now he's explaining what it means. And neginim that are not kosher are nursing from the after Kedusha, from behind the Kedusha. Yeah? Dovid HaMelech alav shalom hayu yochel takening in the zoo gamkein. So Dovid HaMelech comes along the Tzaddik, Dovid HaMelech, he's able to fix it through the fact that his shorish is in the Nevi'im Kedusha, through the fact that he's learning Torah B'Layla. Who was the one who learned most Torah B'Layla in the Gemara? Who do you remember? Dovid HaMelech. Famous Gemara is right at the beginning of Brochas. He got up, the kino was making sounds and it woke him up. Remember the Gemara Brochas right at the beginning? The wind would blow in his harp, wake him up, and he'd learn all night till the day began and become, he was busy with all these kingly things, but he'd be like busy learning all night and davening, writing Tehillim.
That's a story here. We're going to read this after.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing when it says after he brought them up to shepherd them in Yaakov was shepherding his his lambs. Came out from Malchus because then that's where Yaakov is able, and Dovid, who connects to Dovid, he's bringing them back into the place they should be, bringing the Negunim back to where they need to be, back to the Shorish, which is in Kedusha, back to Nevi'im. So there's a pasuk we actually say in the morning. It's not in most of the room. I don't have my siddur that has it here now, so I have it in the morning. But it says Netzav Hod Haim Nikim Nevi'im, that they nurse from Nevi'im, and then it says
Is it rest of siddur? Because that's the story.
Yeah, no, it's just it's a famous song that's in Siddurim. It's based on Kabbalah. It goes through the Esespheres. We say it in Shalasudis, a lot of people. El Mistaste, Kel Mistaste. That whole one. Yeah, Netza B'chod, Yunakim,
got a deep
Nevi'im.
meaning to it.
Yeah, that song, Breast was singing, other people singing. The idea, the point is that song has in it this concept. The Binyan Malchus comes from nursing from Netzach and Hon, having a pure Shorish back to Nevuah, which is what the Arizal was talking about. And that he's bringing the Kisva Ari, and he's learning out of here, Dovid HaMelech, how to bring back Negunim back to Kedusha through learning Torah B'layla. So on a simple level, learn Torah at night, you'll be protected. That's the simple pshat. You want to get something out of this Torah. Also, obviously, try to connect back to Nigunim that are Shorish in Kedusha. And the good news is, if you've had a Yeit Torah to listen to Radiohead a bit too much recently, the good news is that it will be elevated through Dovid HaMelech, through Melech Mashiach. Good times are coming. All these Nigunim are going to get elevated, and we'll be mugging by connecting ourselves to Dovid HaMelech, to Psalms, to Torah B'layla, and trying to connect ourselves to the light of the Tzaddikim, and specifically Dovid HaMelech. It's not so practical, it's a high Torah, but it gives you a warning a little bit about not learning for the right reasons and not singing for the right reasons. But the good news is that he brings you to a place of limit schus. Even Rabbi Nachman's Malam is schus, Dan Adam L'chol Chaf schus. Chesed, good energy. A lot of good vibes, a lot of chesed, eggshell. You can do chesed, you're connecting yourself to that kind of light. Amen.